You know how they say sometimes things have to fall apart for better things to come together? This is like the prime example. I have been painting at Prairie Days Festival in El Campo, Texas for 9 years, and I've always done it by myself. Like, I just run to the bathroom like once or twice throughout the day and just get back to 12 hours of straight face paintings. It's so incredibly busy. But for a lot of those years, my family would always come and sit with me, like certain family members, and help me like take the money or get me something to eat or drink or whatever, and just like keep me company because it was a little bit overwhelming, you know. Well, after I had my daughter, I no longer had those relationships in my life. So the first year I went back to doing Prairie Days, I literally threw up twice in front of everybody. Like, I had a complete panic attack. And it wasn't even that I was overwhelmed. It was from like the grief of not having those people with me anymore. It's like it's really hard to grieve a relationship when that person is still alive, and either it's just like it's not healthy to have anymore, or they don't want to have a relationship with you anymore, or you have to make the decision to not have a relationship with them. Like, that's a hard thing to go through, to grow through. Like, for me, I've had to learn to grow through it and learn what I need to learn from it and be better from it, because otherwise you get just stuck in the darkness and the hurt and the pain, and it's just very difficult. So that was a couple years ago. Last year when I went back, I was like, I was more healthy. I lost a whole lot of weight. I was mentally more stable, emotionally healing from all of the stuff with those family members. And so it was a much better year. But then this year came around and I was like, you know what? Like, I've been doing this so long by myself. Like, everybody waits so long to come and have their face painted by me. I started working with a bunch of face painters in the same area. So I was like, let me ask someone if they'll come and do the event with me. So Linda came. I asked her, and when I asked her, she was so excited. She was like, oh my gosh, I saw you have a mirror costume. I was thinking of getting roomy. Like, maybe we can dress up and be huntrix and we can do it. I would love that. And she was just thrilled to come and do that event with me. And then she said, you know, I was scared to dress up because I felt like I'm too old, but I see you doing it and you're doing such a great job, and I feel so inspired by you. And it was just like all of this love that was pouring back into me, asking her to come do this event with me. And it really, like, really hit me last night after the event. When I got back to the hotel, I was like, man, I went from having people that I thought that I wanted in my life and needed, that a lot of times would say little things or do little things that really kept me questioning who I was, or if I was doing the right thing or making the right moves with my career choices and dressing up and face painting and doing all the stuff, the fun stuff, you know. To having people in my life now who just like fully are encouraged and inspired and support me and like look to me for advice. And I feel like I'm surrounded by all the things that I always longed for, but I couldn't get that with the people that I had. And so even though I wanted those relationships, they're not what I needed. And I see now what God was doing by shifting that and removing that. And I pray one day I can have those relationships back again. Not the way they were, but for us all to be in a better place, to be able to love each other. That would be great. But for now, I'm just very grateful for seeing that all of that change and all of that grief and all of that heartache and that pain and being sick from grieving and just having to let go worked out in my favor. And a lot of times it's really hard to have faith when you look around and everything doesn't look good or doesn't feel good or doesn't seem right, or it feels like you're having to lose out on so much. But in reality, you losing out may be the exact thing that needs to make room for what you are longing for, or what God has planned for you, you know, or what you were made to be. Like, I don't think that I would ever be in the position that I am today with all of the opportunities, with traveling, with making connections with the best face painters in the whole world, who want to work and support me, or for me to even have the confidence to be able to do that, which I'm still struggling with. But I wouldn't be here if I was still holding on to a lot of what I was allowing to happen in my life before. So I just wanted to share that to encourage somebody to, you know that even if what you're losing out on today doesn't feel like it's working in your favor, or it's not something that you want, it may be what you need. And one day you'll see it. it's taken me, a few years to see what this situation is for what it is for me. So, yeah, there's this mosquito or fly or something. And I know I say this all the time, but all things are working for your good. Should you just allow it to happen and wait for the clarity to come, it'll be okay.